Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. All eyes on this team and what they've been able to do with their bats recently. Been ripping the cover off the ball.
Yeah, the way they've been putting up runs, it honestly looks like they've been taking BP out there, Boog. Excellent timing with their swings and clutch with runners on base. You name it, they're doing it. But can they keep this pace up today? That's what I want to find out.
First pitch coming your way next. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Cade Horton. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Just about to get started. Ozzie Smith digs in now. Makes the catch, one down. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Just underway here from Wrigley. And that's way high, and it's 2-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Outside.
That's
ball
outside.
Four.
Ball four.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
One gone, runner at first. And here's the catcher, Ted Simmons. Swings through that one for strike two.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
And a 1-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Well, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Digging in, Albert Pujols. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Musial around third. Now a relay to the plate. He will score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
So runner at second, 2 down. Lou Brock next up for the Cardinals. Man on second, 2 down. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Runner on third after the stolen base, even with the dropped strike 3. Cards on the board with this double. It's now 1-0. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. We go to the bottom of the first. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, Gerald Vaughn. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club. And what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him. And it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point. Maybe it's the motion. But just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side. Ball. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A solo shot, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. Singy, that's his 299th career homer.
Yep, closing in on a pretty big career milestone. 300 will be extremely special. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Billy Williams, the next Cub to hit. That one close, ruled a ball. And it's 2-1. Catcher challenge, we'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. One-two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-1. Singy, that's 449 career homers, and it ties him with both Jeff Bagwell and Vladimir Guerrero.
Well, you just named a pair of Hall of Fame players, so I think we know where he's headed after he retires. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boo. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Fair ball.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Michael Busch will hit next. Up the middle. What a stop. Flips it. One at second. To first. Not in time. Great effort there.
Not shortstop, Alex Bregman.
Here's Alex Bregman. Busch leads off first with one away. Stays alive. The 1-2. And that one ripped into right. Out number 2.
Batting 6.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
2 runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. The 1-2.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
That's outside. Full count now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. Struck him out swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at the friendly confines. Top of the second. Scott Rowland getting ready to hit.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
High fly ball, right field. Sosa on the move. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 7th, the second baseman,
Red Shane-Beast. Next up for the Cardinals. And that one fouled off. One, 2 now. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 21, Lars Nootbaar.
Now, Lars Nootbaar. Two down, nobody on.
Ball! That pitch is out.
That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
3-2. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They're down 2-1. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Andre Dawson.
Number 8, Andre Dawson.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Sends it to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 9, Miguel.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. Another 1-2. Out towards right center field. Nootbaar on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The pitcher, Cade Horton.
Cade Horton, the next to hit. The 2-1. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Shane Dietz. Third out, and that ends the frame. Cubs are down quietly as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And we're back. Coming in, this offense had been hitting everything, Singy.
Yeah, not as explosive today, though, Boog, but still on track. I expect some fireworks considering the bats in this lineup. He's a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
The 2-2 now. And that one missing low. Payoff pitch. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ozzie Smith.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Ozzie Smith digs in now. On the ground to third. Whips it to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Stan Musial next up for the Cardinals. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball, that's down.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Second baseman, Ryan Sandberg.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Battling here as he fouls it away. 1-2 now. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Next to hit, Billy Williams. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Comes a 2-2. That one lifted to left. Brock takes it in for the out. 2 down. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And up next for Chicago, Sammy Sosa. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Nothing happening there for the Cubs, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here at Wrigley Field, glad you're with us. Well, Singy, this offense has been lighting up the scoreboard of late, but today, pretty mediocre.
Yeah, not quite the barrage we're used to, but it's still early. Need to make some adjustments at the plate and take it from there.
Here's a 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Simmons with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Out to short. Bregman to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Up next for the Cardinals, the first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Pujols next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. 1 out man at first. Now the left fielder, Lou Brock.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
The 2-1. Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, the third baseman.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's the third baseman, Scott Rowland. Late that time, and it's strike 2. 2 on, 1 out.
That's a ball.
That pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
In the air, right field. Sosa on the move. Brings it in.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, red, Shane.
2 aboard, 2 outs. And stepping in for the Cardinals, red Shane Dietz. Liner should be extra bases. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He comes across to score, and the Cardinals tie it up. Now the second run is in. 3-2, they take the lead.
It's a clutch at bat and could be one of the biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So runner at second, 2 down. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Next
ball,
pitch
that's
off the
plate.
plate. 2 balls and a strike. Man at second. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Caleb Thielbar, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Hodge also throwing. And that's in for a strike. And it's a full count.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Man on second, 2 down. Popped in the air, left field, and that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the 4th, now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch.
Baseman, Michael Busch.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Strike 3 on the foul tip.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Alex Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Inside, almost got him.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman,
Ron Santo, the next Cub to hit. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Off
Ball,
the mark there.
that's inside.
It's 2-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail it 3-2.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Cubs,
and there's a new
number
arm on the mound to start the
56,
fifth. Caleb Fieldball.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap and start left.
Now it's the power speed combo. Gerald Vaughn. And a 1-1. There's a line drive to left field. What a way.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And he lays down a bunt. Grabs it barehanded to first.
He's out.
Target. He got him. Nice play.
Man, he made that look easy, didn't he? I mean, there's nothing simple about that play, Boog, especially when you break it down. But right there, everything was done in one fluid motion to deliver a strike over to first just in time for the out. I tell you, I could watch that all day.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Stan Musial.
Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Close,
Nope.
but called the ball. 3-1 now. Ted Simmons in the St. Louis on deck circle. Downstairs.
Ball 4.
And
That
it
pitch is
misses.
low.
Ball 4. Challenge from behind the dish here.
The catcher, Ted Simmons.
So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Man at first. And the batter now, Ted Simmons. The 3-1. There's the strike. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. In the air, right field. Sosa gets under it. And that is that. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Cubs 2. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Here at Wrigley Field, stepping in the long ball threat, Andre Dawson. Swings and sends a rocket to right. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, number 9,
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. And there's a foul ball. This one popped up. Rolling under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the pitcher, number 56.
Craig Counsell going with a pinch hitter here. Nico Hoerner looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. And there's a ball. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball popped up. Rolling. Moving under this one. And that ends the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They're down 3-2. here at the friendly confines. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Justin Steele. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Albert Pujols now at the plate.
The first baseman, Albert Pujols.
That's ripped. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Lou Brock. The 1-1. Chases that one upstairs. Pujols gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Ball 2.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Shelby Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hodge also getting ready. Here's the 2-2. Santo. Off balance feed. There's one. On to
No, he's
first.
in.
Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
One out man at first. Scott Rowland next up for the Cardinals. Quick move to first. Brock dives back in safely. Steele, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. That's in there. That is strike 2. One-run game, one out, one on. Ground ball left side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
The batter number 2, second baseman,
Red Shambeans next up for the Cardinals. Shambeans struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. Two on, one out. Swing and a pop-up. Sosa hustling after it. Can't get there. Throw back in. Holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
On the ground.
That ball's foul.
Just foul down the right field line. Wow. One and two here. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Gotta and swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
All loaded up. Vaughn getting ready to hit. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So 3 left for St. Louis, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Wrigley Field, here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ryan Sandberg. Sandberg looking to hit career homer number 300 in this game. That one in there across the letters.
You know, 300 homers would be an amazing achievement for him. Fewer than 200 players have ever.
See ya strikes him out for the second time today.
For the Cubs, the left fielder, Billy Williams.
Now the number 2 hitter, Billy Williams. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Now here is Sammy Sosa. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7. And the Cubs are down in order. And it's still a 3-2 ball game. Here at Wrigley Field. Well, Siggy, this lineup has been crushing it lately, but today's a different story.
Yeah, certainly haven't put up the same big numbers, but they've scored enough to lead late. Just looking to get the win and move on to the next one.
Left field. This looks like extra bases. And he starts the 7th with a leadoff double.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder, number 6, Dan Musial.
Here's the center fielder, Stan Musial. Man at second. And that one gets past the catcher. Smith up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
That one fouled off. On the ground to the left, and a base hit knocks in a run.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Now the catcher up to hit, Ted Simmons. Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 on, nobody out, a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. That pays his 3rd of the game.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Albert Pujols next up for the Cardinals. Nice grab. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 4-2. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game zone.
The first baseman, Michael Busch.
The 1-1.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Next over in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 8. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now it's Alex Bregman. The 1-1. And a foul ball. The Cards leading by 2 here, the bottom of the 7th. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two down. And that's outside.
Still just the 2nd batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
On the ground out to short. Smith over to first in time. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Next for the Cubs, the 3rd baseman, Rob.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Gerald Vaughn gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, JoJo Romero.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So digging in, Ron Santo. Two down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Number 8, Andre Johnson.
Andre Dawson, the next Cub to hit.
Ball down.
Santo on at second with two down. That's too
Ball,
low.
that's low.
And now 3 in a row. Miguel Amaya in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-1 now. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. One left for the Cubs. They trail it here 4-2. We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Lou Brock. On the ground, right side. In time to Bush. First out in the top of the 8th.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So up next, Scott Rowland.
That's ball 2.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 3. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a 3-2. Up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Red.
Here's the second baseman, Red Shanebeast. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out.
That pitch in for a strike. And the count's even at 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And he walked
Ball
him.
4, pitch is down.
That 2-out walk. The base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
The changes for
Porter Hodge on to pitch now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup on the double switch. Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup.
Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
So a man at first. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Next
That's
pitch
ball
is
3.
downstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. So a
That's
walk
ball 4.
puts runners
Take your
at
base.
first and
Up next
second.
for the Cardinals,
Just
the
missed his
pitcher,
spot on the inside right there.
Romero.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals,
Number 15,
Joe Torre. Big
Joe
spot for him here.
Torre.
Swings and misses. 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. And this one bounces away from Amaya. But no advance from the runners. That one misses.
Outside.
And now 3-2. Ozzie Smith up next for the Cardinals. And a payoff pitch. High fly ball, right field. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. So the Cubs bullpen does its job nicely there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs 2. This is Cubs baseball on the show Chicago.
Now pitching for
Back
St.
now,
Louis.
new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we
49,
roll into the bottom of the 8th. Matt Swanson.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate
Leading
this
off
year.
for the
Typically
Cubs,
at least one
the
an
catcher,
inning, so he'll be
Miguel
tough to get to.
Amaya.
That one in the dirt. Ball 2. Outside corner. There's a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. That
Ball
misses
3.
the zone. And a full count now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. Ground ball right side. He steps on the bag. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still
Up
managed to
next
get
for
the out.
Cubs, the center fielder, number 4, Pete.
And here is Pete Crow Armstrong. His righty-lefty splits there. The Cubs trailing by 2 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch inside.
That's inside.
And it's 2-1. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Back to the top of the order. Stepping in, Ryan Sandberg. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Man at first, one away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. This one in the air, right field, and a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there.
Left fielder.
Really important at bat coming up now.
Williams.
And next for the Cubs, Billy Williams.
That's
one
a
off
ball.
the mark. Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Just
Oh,
off
that's
the
inside.
inside edge.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch. And that's a strikeout looking.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a
right
runner in
fielder,
scoring
number
position and
21.
2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Matt Sponson out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Dustin May.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And up next for Chicago, Sammy Sosa. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. That's a little bit low. Michael Busch in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Crow Armstrong at third. Sandberg on at first with 2 down. And that'll load the bases.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch.
And things could change quickly here with 1 swing.
So the tying run at second.
That's ball 3.
At risk of walking in a big run here, and these fans really letting them hear it as well.
Alex Bregman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The 3-1. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
the batter.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
So they're all loaded up. Six straight outside the strike zone.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Can't glove it cleanly. Here comes Rhino to score.
No, he's safe.
Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Dustin May departs, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for
Zach Thompson on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So digging in, Ron Santo. Battling here as he fouls it away. Tied at 4. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Oh, great stop. Goes to second with it. What a play to end the inning. But they score twice and even it up late. 9th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. We go to the 9th. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or two. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
And possibly a double switch coming now as a meeting taking place near the home plate area. Bruce Sutter on the pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup after the double switch. Dansby Swanson, he'll hit in the 7 hole in the lineup. The go-ahead run aboard at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong under it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Ted Simmons.
Go ahead run on base, Ted Simmons. Next up for the Cardinals.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Tied at 4. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Moving in the Cubs bullpen, Lee Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Miller getting cranked up as well. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Albert Pujols will hit next. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom of the ninth inning, and this one is tied, coming right down to the wire. And here comes Dansby Swanson. 4-4 in the ninth. That one catches the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Catcher, number 9,
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Ball to strike. Fastball the inside corner for a strike.
That's a ball.
And it remains 2-2. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. In the air, right field. 2 away.
Up next for the Cubs, the center fielder, number 4, Pete.
Next to hit, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Strike 2. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Simmons collects, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs 4.
Now pitching for
Back
the Cubs,
now, we're in extras, and there's a new arm on the mound, Lee Smith.
And he's had a tough go of it against left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Lou Brock getting ready to hit.
The left fielder, number 20, Lou Brock.
Bunting, and it's in the air. On to first. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out.
The third baseman, Scott Rowland.
And up next for St. Louis, Scott Rowland. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first in time.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Red Shane.
Red Shanebeast digs in now.
Well, he came out clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over.
Lars Nootbaar, the next to hit. That keeps the zone, and the count 1-2. tied at 4. And that's
Ball,
outside.
that's outside.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Stays alive. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Three-two
Ball,
down.
that's out.
That's a really good take.
Zach Thompson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a payoff pitch. Ball
Nope,
4.
that's
He
ball 4.
walked in, and that keeps
Up
things
next is the
going.
Cardinals.
Oh, that
The
could be a
pitcher,
big
Zach
walk in this ball game.
Thompson.
Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Lee Smith done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Cubs,
in the game for the Cubs,
number
Phil
88.
Maton.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the
Bingo.
park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals,
Number 13,
Terry Pendleton. A critical at bat in this game for him. Substitution being made at first. Cardinals going with a pinch runner, Victor Scott, getting some more speed on the bases. And that one in the air center field. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching for
Back
the
here in
Cardinals,
extras,
number
and a new pitcher on the
55,
mound in the bottom half of the inning, Ryan Stanek.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
Now it's the second
Leading off
baseman,
for the
Ryan
Cubs,
Sandberg.
The second baseman, Ryan Sandberg.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Scott has a beat on it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, the left
So up
fielder,
next for Chicago, Billy Williams.
Williams.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Activity in the bullpen. Gordon Graceffo, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Oh, and this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game.
To extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all headed home.
close one here today, and your final 5-4. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.